What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode today of our Crew Alexandra Road to Glory career mode. Now, in this episode, we've got a few important games, but also I've got a few things to share with you as well. So I'll show you what the plan is. We kickstart the episode off with a game against West Ham in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Important game there, as you know. With Crew, we're to win the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League at some point. And the Carabao Cup, we still don't have, so that's quite an important game. We also have the final group stage game of our Champions League group against Celta Vigo. We've already got 1 foot in the next round of the competition, but we do have to get a result against Celta to make sure of it. Mixed loyalties as well, because if you've been watching the channel, you'll know we've recently started a new career mode in Spain with Celta Vigo. So mixed kind of loyalties there, I guess you could say. But when we take our Crew side to play them, there's only going to be one outcome, and that is a Crew victory. So let me show you what I've kind of looked at off camera and stuff and gone through and sort of kind of, I guess, touched upon, and I'll show you any changes that's been made anyway. The first thing that's changed is the short list. I looked at a few regens of certain players who have retired in the game, because it's always fun when you get to look at some of them and potentially sign them for your team. So I went through and had a look at the best ones that I could find. I believe this guy is a regen of Miranda. I'm not sure which one this guy is as well, but he's playing for Spurs, a Belgian centre-back. I'm going to assume it's probably Vertonghen, but I don't know if Vertonghen's still playing. Not quite sure who that is. I think he might just be a random generated player. I'm not sure whether or not that is Chiellini or not, because I looked at Chiellini. He has retired, but I don't know what club he retired at. In terms of everywhere else, so as I go down the list, that's not Ronaldo regen. That is a Nani regen who's playing at Celta Vigo currently. And if I continue, that one is, I'm not entirely 100% sure. This one, again, could be Chiellini. Depends if he retired in the Serie A. That one is definitely Arjen Robben's regen. He's playing for Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, and he has the same position and same nationality as Arjen Robben. By the way, if you don't know how regens work, they'll usually have the same position as the player that they're replacing, the same nation, and normally the same division, whichever one they retired in. That's the way it works normally. But of course, if you don't remember exactly what division the player's retired in, you won't know for sure if that's them. I think this one is also Thiago Silva's regen, Wanderson Lemiermeer, who is currently playing at Metz. I did actually have a Thiago Silva regen in our last career mode in FIFA 17, and he was a beast. That one is, I think, Iniesta's regen. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But as I'm going down, you can kind of see who is who and what's kind of going on. I believe that's David Silva's regen. That is not Lewandowski's because he's still in the game. But yeah, as I scroll down, you can kind of see, I think that one is Ibra's. So yeah, going down, there's a lot of players in there that also have regen. So I thought it might spice up the series slightly to look at some of them and potentially bring them in. So if you've got any ideas for players that I should look at for potential regens, let me know in the comments below. Ronaldo retires at the end of this season, and I'm not 100% sure about Messi. So the next thing to show you is our transfer list. Now, I had a look at our budget. We don't have a lot of money left, and also I've got a lot of contracts that expire at the end of this season, so I need the money to be able to pump it back in and sign a few of those guys back on the contracts, in which case we will be selling quite a few of these players on. So the first player I transfer listed was Aiden Flint. He's now 32. He will be decreasing, and he's on a hefty wage here as well at Crew at £55,000 a week. I just don't see why we should keep him here on that kind of money when he's worth £4 million and he's only going to decrease from here. So transfer listed him. We might get an offer. We might not. We'll see. The next one, Angus MacDonald. Again, one of these players that I don't think will feature that much for us, and so I decided to transfer list him. He's worth a similar amount in the aspect of Flint. However, he's on a lot less wage than what Aiden Flint is. So that is the bonus with that one. The next up is Greg Lee, our left back. £1.4 million is what what he's worth. And again, he just won't play for us that much. So that's the reason why I've decided to go ahead and transfer list him. This one is one that I don't want to have to do, but unfortunately, it's necessary. Hakib. He's been here with us since League 2, but he just won't play in the Premier League. He's not, good enough to be able to play week in, week out for us anymore. We've got better players. And for the value that he's worth and stuff, I'd rather have the money in the club, even though he's been a great servant to us. I still think it's the right decision to sell him on. And lastly, Andy Windass, our goalkeeper. He's worth pretty much nothing, but I transfer listed him anyways. And I just lied when I said lastly, because we have 3 more players. Got Perry, who's still transfer listed, but he never seems to want to leave the club anyway. The amount of offers I've accepted for this guy is truly ridiculous. Alex Eastwood as well. He looks like he could be moving. We did reject an offer from Reading previously for him. But if an offer comes for his value, then I'll happily accept it. And the final one is this man, Lemir Mir, a 73 rated holding midfielder at 19 years old. £7 million is what he's worth. But the reason I'm selling this guy is because he's only got 2-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, and I don't like that. Mixed in with the fact that he's quite short, I don't think that we should be keeping him, especially when he's worth 7 million. We can, reinvest that into keeping some of our better players. We've also got Delgado as well, who's come through. He looks like he could be good, so I just don't think Lemir Mir is the man for us. Exactly what I was talking about moments ago. He's transfer listed, and we get an offer for him from Queen's Park Rangers. £8.7 million. Very, very good deal for that one. I'll happily accept it. That's a very good offer, and I'm happy to let him move to Queen's Park Rangers. So that could be the first one sold, and as we approach January, it would be nice to have the money in the club as well, because we do need to think about potential incomings for up the next, 6 months to maybe next season. So it's nice to have that money in. Here we go then, game number 1 of today's episode. It's the important one. It is the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup, and it's against West Ham United. You'll see the team. We've had to change it a fair bit. So we've got a very strong bench, though, in terms of if we need to call upon anybody to be able to, I guess, bail us out, if that is the case. But I'm wondering what the West Ham team is like as well. So that's our team. In goal, Olanare. At right back, Oxford. 2 centre-backs of Flint and Tarkovsky. And then, of course, Greg Lee at left back. Midfield 2 of Delgado and Phillips. And a midfield 3 of Evans, Martin, Nelson, and Kinsella up front on his own. On the bench, though, we have Donis, Calvert-Lewin, Grujic, Gaia, a whole heap of talent to call upon if we need them. So it's not like we don't have a backup option. For West Ham, though, let's check out their lineup when we get into their screen, because I want to see if they're going to name a good side against us, if they really want to go for this. So they've got Alexander-Arnold, Sommer's a good goalkeeper, Winston Reid still there, Andre Ayew. To be honest, it's a 5 at the back. I think we've got this one in the bag. I'm confident in the boys. And even though it is our backup side, I still think they have the capability to beat this West Ham United team. Come on. Oh, this referee's out to get me today. Given 2 really dodgy decisions, and then he blocks that pass, and West Ham score from it. What on earth was that? Fantastic start. Cheers, ref. I mean, I can't complain at that, but what on earth is that when that's happening to us like that? The finish from Sigurdsson, there's nothing you can do about it, and it's a good finish, but we're 1-0 down in this quarter-final of the Carabao Cup, and it's down to the fact that the ball was attempted to pass through. I know it's unlucky the ref's there, and that's the reason it's blocked off, but seriously, man, how is that going to happen like that? It's going to be 2-0. Mikel Antonio's in. What a save by Lonare. Not playing good at all at the moment here, and you remember when I said about us needing that backup plan potentially? Well, it looks like we might need it. I can't defend, and Antonio's in again. Good save again from Lonare, but yeah, this backup plan might have to be called into action sooner than I thought it would be. Because West Ham have had 3 chances now, and we've relied on Olanare to keep us in the game on that particular occasion. And thus far, we've done nothing up the other end. Antonio's in again. Olanare's coming out, and Olanare makes another very, very good save, the Nigerian keeper. Again, why is he getting in so easily behind us? 1 pass through, and our 2 centre-backs don't know what to do. And the thing is, as well, it's Tarkovsky in there today. It's not like Tarkovsky hasn't defended as a unit before. He's one of our better centre-backs. He needs to pick him up. Come on, chance for one potential last attack here. Here goes Lee. Finds Donis, whose turn is good to get into the area. And still Donis. And still Donis. And somehow it's in between the legs of the goalkeeper. Yes! That is the look that West Ham got earlier on in a different kind. This time we've got it. Donis turns back inside through the legs of 2 players. And we're back on level terms in the last few minutes. This one also goes to extra time as well, guys, and penalties. No replays. So with 3 minutes left of normal time, it will be heading to an extra 30 if it stays like this. And there we go, the full-time whistle. So it will be an extra 30 minutes here to be played out between the 2 sides. It's been quite a close affair, this one. And but for a few very good Olanare saves, West Ham could have been home and dry. But we have had our moments. And as we get the next 30 minutes underway, I just don't want us to do all this and then get knocked out on penalties anyway. So it'll be frustrating if it happens like that. So let's see if we can defend from West Ham and score another one for us. Great win back from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's what he's in the side to do. Put the pressure on. And up against Alexander-Arnold. He's beating him here as well. This is Calvert-Lewin. And still Calvert-Lewin and still. And that's a great tackle from Mali, who I thought was a cam. But today he was playing the defensive unit right there. Not really sure why, but it's worked out. And Ogbonna of all people, is up the pitch for now for West Ham. The crossing towards the middle. Please deal with it. Reece Oxford does deal with it. Lee clear it away. Why is he taking a touch? You guys saw me push the bar for him to clear that first time. Why did he feel the need to take the touch there? Another crossing towards the middle. Deal with it again. Masu, are you kidding me? How has he out-jumped Reece Oxford to score that? This is what I'm talking about, man. You've got to be stronger in the challenge. Seriously. Oxford just gets... Oh, dearie, dearie me. This is ridiculous. We're going to lose. We're going to lose to this West Ham team that, in all seriousness, has really had nothing against us today, barring that couple of chances. And the problem there is Oxford didn't even jump to try and defend that header. Donise turns his man. Donise, finish it for us. Please. Yes, we've got the equaliser again. And it's that man, Donise, with the finish. We've gone about this the incredibly hard way here today. And honestly, this has been quite a difficult start to today's episode. But we're back on level terms. And it's going to probably go to penalties from this point. But I have to say, Sommer potentially might have saved that. 120th minute now. Referee, don't blow your whistle because we're on the front foot. Calvert-Lewin turning and still on the ball. Calvert-Lewin and still Calvert-Lewin in towards the area. It's going to get cleared away by Rice. And that will take us to penalty kicks to decide who will make it through to the semi-final of this Carabao Cup. I do not like penalties. You guys know that. And it is us up first to take. It is Donise up against Sommer. And Sommer makes the save. My goodness. Come on. We need Olenare to pull out some big stuff here. Sigurdsson. Yeah. No. I'm sorry. We dived exactly the same way. Of course it goes in. Of course it goes in. And they're going to score this one as well. Yeah. Oh, man. The luck is just not with us today. Please score the penalty. I'm going to go left. Get in. What a penalty kick that is. Solid penalty. Now Kinsella steps up for us. Sommer saves it. Yes, Olenare makes a save. Honestly, this is tough. Where's Ayew going? Let's have a look. They've gone right for all three. Right for all four. Brilliant. Delgado, the last taker. We're going to go right. He scores, but it's over to Olenare. If we don't save it, we are not... Oh, wait, actually. We still have a chance. Calvert-Lewin. Yes, what a penalty that is from Calvert-Lewin. So, wait. So... It remains 3-3, but if Olenare doesn't save from Forsberg, we are not through to the semis. Forsberg! Olenare saves it! Yes! What a beast this Nigerian is! Let's see what's going to happen when Alexander-Arnold steps up to the plate. He goes left, and that's a solid penalty kick from Alexander-Arnold, and now we need to score. Tarkowski, of all people, will step up for us. And it's saved by Sommer, really? And that's the end of the shootout. For goodness sake, man. I can't believe that's the way we're going out of this competition yet again. We've got a home game against Spurs, which I'm deciding to sim because I do want to play that one against Celta Vigo in this next couple of days here just to make sure we get through our Champions League group. So it's a strong team from us, and I do believe we'll be able to at least get a good result from this, potentially maybe at least a draw. Anything, if we get a defeat, then we get a defeat. But I think we've got the capabilities to win. And Grujic has given us the lead 23 minutes into this. Evans has missed a penalty, so at least Gaia's not taking our penalties anymore. But don't really know why now Evans is taking them. Donise makes it 2. However, Eriksson has pulled one back for the away side. Just make sure we hold on to a 2-1 win, and I'll be happy with that, boys. And hold on, we did. So we do get the 3 points, but we missed another penalty for Evans. And now it's time for that game we were talking about earlier on. Let's see where the odds lie, of course. But I'm only kidding when I say that. The group itself, it's us in first place on 8 points, Celta on 8 points, and PSG in third on 6. So a draw here would be enough for us to secure our place in the knockout rounds. If we lose this game, and PSG win, then we unfortunately will be playing Europa League football next season. Or this upcoming, knockout round, sorry, not next season. So we have to avoid defeat at all costs. A draw is enough, but we don't want to play for the draw. That's too risky. So at the Stadio Classico, the game gets underway. Celta need the victory to make sure that they're through, whereas we only need that single point. And given the way we played last time out against West Ham, I've taken no risks with the side. It's a very strong one, and it's one that I think should get the job done here today. Donis finds Villa. Villa towards Calvert-Lewin already, looking for number 1. Calvert-Lewin, and it is goal number 1 of the game today. We've taken 5 minutes to open up the scoring here. And it is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the top scorer, who's found it. Get in. What a start that is. Much different to the way we played against West Ham. I think it is that second side, you know, our second team. Whenever I play with it, I just never seem to gel. We got knocked out of the FA Cup as well to... Who was it who knocked us out of the FA Cup? It was a championship side. And we honestly just shouldn't get knocked out against them. Was it Sheffield Wednesday by any chance? I can't exactly remember, but I remember playing with our second team and me saying to you guys that it wasn't good enough. That seems to be the case. And as we get the game back underway here, we already have that goal that I was looking for. So, do we sit back on that now, or do we look to go forward again? 15 minutes remain of normal time. Villa finds Calvert-Lewin. Come on, boys. Got this second. Calvert-Lewin into the box. Lovely ball roll. Gets inside. Great save. And it falls straight to El Ghazi, who is about to come off the pitch as well, because Reece Nelson is about to take his place in the lineup as he substitutes him. But honestly, we've done the job, but I don't feel like we played very well today, to say the least. We played a little bit weak. We were a bit slow in everything we did, but, you know, we at the end of the day have to do the job at hand. We've done that, and we will be getting through to the next round of the Champions League. Whoever we pull, though, we're definitely going to need to play better than this. Sums us up in a complete nutshell, that goal right there. We defend it so bad. The ball gets in, Green makes the initial save, and then we just don't react, and the ball goes straight back to them, and it's 2-1. As soon as we go 2-0 up, I lose concentration for literally a second, and we concede to make the game a bit more harder for us. What? Hang on a minute. One long ball from Celta, and they're actually in with a chance. What a cross it is as well. Oxford deal with it. Got out-jumped in the last game against West Ham. This time he dealt with it pretty decently. Grujic, Nelson, surely should be the end of the game now. There it is. Crew will make it through to the knockout rounds for the first time in their history of the Champions League. We went about it the hard way, but we can breathe a sigh of relief now. Whew, the job is done. For Celta, though, they have to wait and see what the result for PSG is to decide their fates, whether or not they'll be playing Europa League football or if they'll join us in that knockout round. So let's see how it's finished, who's drawn who, and all that good stuff in a moment. So then, this is how the Champions League has finished. Group A will be Barcelona and AS Monaco advancing to the knockout rounds. They smashed it in the thing against Benfica and Olympiacos. Group B is Atletico Madrid and Everton, so it's nice to see another English team getting through to the knockout rounds as well. We've got Group C be Manchester City and Bayern Munich. Group D is Inter, PSV. Group E is Milan and Real Madrid. Group F is Juve and Real Sociedad. Group G is Leverkusen and Spurs. Group H is, of course, us. And PSG did win their final game, which sinks Celta Vigo to European football in the Europa League. So who can we actually pull? Well, we can get Monaco, of course, finishing first. Grants you the team that's finished second. I don't think we can get Everton with them in an English team. We can get Bayern, PSV, Real Madrid, Real Sociedad. And they're the four. So Monaco, Bayern, PSV, Real Madrid, Real Sociedad. That's a 5. I mean, we could get... There's 3 very tough teams there. Monaco, Real Madrid, and Bayern. So out of the 5, I'd probably want either PSV or Real Sociedad in the next one, to be honest. So that's what it looked like for the groups then. Let's check out the actual draw. Who will Crew Alexandra be playing in their first ever knockout round of the Champions League? Let's find out. Press Y. Should change us back. There we go. So, we're not on the left column. I'm not looking at the right. I don't want to see the right. I'm going to put my hand across it so I can't see it. So, Everton have got Inter. Juve have got PSV, so we can't get PSV Eindhoven anymore. Bayern have got Milan, so we can't get Bayern. We, of course, couldn't get PSG. They're already in our group. And they've pulled Barca. Let me move my hand away. We've got Manchester City will play Real Madrid. We've got Sociedad. I'll take it. Then Leverkusen are playing Monaco. And Atletico Madrid will take on Spurs. I got one of the 2 sides I said I wanted in Sociedad or PSV. And we got Sociedad. We could have had Madrid. We could have had Bayern. and we could have potentially had Monaco as well. But in the end, Crew's round of 16 knockout round will be played against Real Sociedad. And just to show you as well, those games will be played in February 2022. First leg on the 23rd, and then the second one on the 15th of March. So a long way to go for that yet. We've still got 8 Premier League games to go up until we have to worry about that. In fact, 10, because there's 2 here as well. So 10 more Premier League games to go until we have to worry about the next knockout round of the Champions League. We've also got a transfer window to go through as well, but that is how I'm going to end today's episode off, guys. You might be able to tell I'm a little bit tired today. I went out for my friend's birthday yesterday, and honestly, he didn't get back till about 4 a.m. in the morning. And this morning, I was woken up at about 9 o'clock because people were doing work on my house, which I totally forgot about. So I'm working on not a lot of sleep right now. So I'm probably going to get this video done, probably make some coffee, I don't know, and then go to bed for like 8 o'clock tonight just to make sure I'm fit and ready for a full day ahead of tomorrow's videos. So I'll apologize for tonight because there's no double upload, but tomorrow I'll definitely 100% have a double upload coming your way. So if you don't want to miss it, hit that notification bell down below and you will not miss a video on the channel. Thank you for all of your support as always, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great Saturday. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing, and I will see you all again tomorrow at around about 4, guys. Catch you all then. Adios.